right, no worries. Good morning, everybody. Because it seems like we're going to have a low turnout today because of Pride Fest and because of the weather, I'm going to invite everybody to move up a little closer today. If you're comfortable being close to other bodies, and I invite you to move a little closer to make it a little bit more, together. Yeah, even where you were is close enough. Yeah. All right, hi, everybody online. You move closer, too. Thanks, Mike.
Hi, Sally. Yes, yes, just like the congregation.
All right, good morning. Everyone, please stand and join us in singing We're Unity. One, two, one, two, three, four.
As you're coming in, I invite you to sit a little bit closer to the front for those of you online. We are celebrating Pride Fest today, and we have a contingent of Unity folks up at the Port St. Lucie, or the St. Lucie Fairgrounds at Fort Pierce, who are braving this weather. We're having some pretty rainy weather this morning, so we are up small and mighty this morning in our sanctuary. And welcome to all who are watching on YouTube and Facebook. And so we have Sharon's online, and Linda and Rogelio are online. Good morning. Michael Beecher and Linda. Lots of rain in PSL, so we decided to stay home, missing the energy here. Thank you, Linda. And Sherry is watching, and Dora, and Kathleen is watching, and Mike is saying my mic is off. I have been muted this entire time for those of you who are online. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. Mike Jordan was standing in the back waving his arms, and I didn't see him until just now. And so welcome, everyone. As I was saying, we are We are supporting the LGBTQIA plus community today at the Pride Fest in St. Lucie Fairgrounds in this rather rainy and a little bit windy weather today. So we are small but mighty in the community right here in the center, and you are mighty where you are, so thank you for being here. And let's see. No volume, says Linda. Yes, hi, Linda and Rogelio, Michael, Kathleen, Andorra, Sherry, Sharon, Linda Hart, who said lots of rain in PSL, and she's missing the energy here. And also, who else? And Sharon is online, and some other people that I can't see. So welcome, welcome. And on YouTube, we generally have Lana is in the kitchen today for our potluck. And Jess and Phil, Pam, Ann, Tony, and Irma, Sylvia, and Brenda, and Beverly. And of course, as usual, we have with us the Joyful Noise Band and Choir. Today's special music is offered by Doreen Pariba with a song that she wrote about pride. So, yay for Doreen. And for everybody else up here. And welcome to first-timers. Nope. Welcome to everybody here. There are no first-timers in here, Rose. However, if you would like a welcome packet and to share with a friend to let them know a little bit about Unity, we invite you to take one on the way out. Most importantly, we want everyone to know that everyone is welcome here. No matter what your race, your background, your lifestyle, your gender identity, you are welcome here, no exceptions, and you honor us with your presence here or there. Thank you for being here. Again, we have a little bit of, I saw one dish for potluck that came in, and so anybody else bring anything today for potluck? All right, so we have some cookies and I think some other good things there. So come and join for that. I'll be leaving pretty quickly after service so I can get up there to the fairgrounds for Pride Fest. And that is our board of directors, David and Peter and Julia and Jen and Stacy are up there. They're coordinated our whole team up there. So thank you. I know you're probably not watching, but thank you. And you'll hear more about your gratitude for you next week. And then we have our prayer chaplains. This is our prayer chaplain team. We are blessed, and our prayer chaplain on duty today is Amy. I just saw Amy come in. So that's Amy. She'll be here in the sanctuary after service to pray with you and to hold your prayer in the highest confidence. And I want to mention appreciation today. Before I move on to appreciation, let's appreciate our prayer ministry and calling Silent Unity prayer line. If you have any prayers, 24/7, they are there to pray with you. And you can reach me at prayer@unityofstewart.org if you have a prayer request that you'd like me to give to Amy and the prayer chaplains. Joyful Noise Choir is open for summer voices and beyond. So if you are interested in joining our choir, we invite you to see. I think at this point, Doreen's leaving. She's going away for 2 weeks. How dare she? And so if you'd like to see somebody, you can talk to Doreen today, but I think you're pretty much going to scoot out of here pretty quickly, right? You can talk to one of our choir members and come and join on Tuesday evenings at 6. And there are Jen and our table Jen, and you can't really see them. Stacy and Julia in the background, and that's what our table looks like at Pride Fest. So yay for Pride. And here's our appreciation. So appreciation today is for Connected Souls Band, Glenn Robinson, Rick Powers, Don Rao, Jen Erickson, Doreen Pariba, and Michael Barrett. Friday night, they raised about $700 for our community, which all goes back to our community. Not only do they do great music, they do a great service and a great volunteer and just open-hearted service to Unity of Stewards. So thank you. Thank you, Connected Souls.
Thank you.
All right, so as it is Pride Month, our good news today is I look around during the week to find out some good news about what I'm speaking about today. And I found this on the Good News Network. There's a new study from Northeastern University in Boston that finds and shows that companies with LGBTQ plus board members outperform their rivals that don't have the same representation, right? Fortune 500 companies with LGBTQ plus board members outperform their peers in both financial and non-financial metrics according to this study from Northeastern's DeMora McKim School of Business. And so that is good news. And I want to elevate that good news for anybody who might be in the sound of my voice today and in the future, is that the communities that we try to oppress, and I say we advisedly, that as a society and as a culture, that those in this culture strive or want to suppress and oppress, we're bringing our country down just by that fact. That if we don't allow all voices to be heard, then all voices don't get lifted up and people don't get lifted up. And I know I'm not going to get on too much of a soapbox, but I know that is the goal of some people in our country today, and yet we are worse off for it. So let us dedicate our service today to lifting everyone up in love, in peace, and in representation. And for the first time in a very, very long time, I forgot to include the daily word in my script. So let's take a deep breath together. And know that as we sit here in this room today, that we are guided by divine love. We are lifted up in peace and in joy and in comfort, knowing that every single being on this planet is honored. We hold every community in divine love, in the knowing their own worth, in knowing their own authenticity, and knowing that love is love is love. And so it is. Amen. All right, let's see if we have an affirmation, because I think I chose one. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's affirm together. I am a divine expression of spirit, just as I am. And let's take that deep breath as we anchor this affirmation and affirm one more time together. I am a divine expression of spirit, just as I am. And so it is. Amen. Let's sing and prepare for meditation, which I did put in here. Let's sing.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And we breathe. 3 deep breaths, if you please, conscious breaths. Letting our bodies settle, dropping our shoulders, releasing any tension we might be holding. And let's be here now, in this time and this space. Bringing our attention to this moment, not to escape the world, but to meet it with clarity, with love, and with mindfulness. And let these tones and guitar sounds just move in through our bodies, relaxing us, helping to align us with the power and the presence of spirit. And I invite us into another deep breath. And I invite you to allow the words you hear to become the words of your own mind and heart. In this now moment, I am sacred. I am whole. I am an expression of the divine. In this now moment and in every moment, I am whole and holy, a sacred expression of the divine. I breathe in that truth, and I let it reach the parts of me that have felt unseen or unloved or just plain not enough. I am whole and holy, a sacred expression of the divine. I am whole, holy, a sacred expression of the divine. I am whole, holy, a sacred expression of the divine. I am whole, holy, a sacred expression of the divine. In the quiet.
And as we have co-created this place of wholeness, of holiness, and of recognizing our divinity, I invite us to bring into our awareness all of those who are on our prayer list here at Unity of Stewart, and all those that are in our minds and hearts this morning. And let us speak names out into this holy space. And turning all over into the care and keeping of the One. I invite you to join me in praying this in the name and the nature, the light, in the love of the indwelling Christ consciousness. And so it is. Amen. Let's sing.
One, two, three. That I have is blessed. All that I give is blessed. All that I am is blessed. Good morning. This is a song that I wrote back in 2013 at a time when either gay marriage wasn't allowed or wasn't allowed everywhere. And there was a lot of resistance. And unfortunately, it's kind of rearing its ugly head again. So the words kind of hold true, and the words about love being free to all will always hold true. And that's what this song is about. It's called Let Your Love Shine Bright. One, two, three, four, five, six. If God is love and love is God, why is this country always at odds? There's love of a sister, love of a brother, children and pets, father and mother. There are couples in love, a woman and man, and those who are ready to place a ban on the love between women and the love of two men. They claim that these lovers should only be friends, but love that's united in God's loving grace deserves our acceptance as we embrace that love is Let your love shine bright as sunlight. We say we believe in a God that's all loving. Then we stand witness to pushing and shoving, protests and shouting, marches and signs. Are we coming together or in rapid decline? Let's halt all the hatred, stop all the fights, and deserve that we all should have equal rights. For the all-knowing God invites one and all to gather together and heed the call to see one another as equals in life. Let go of judging and all the strife. Yes, love is free to all, regardless of gender, stand tall. We all deserve rights without having to fight. Let your love shine bright as sunlight. Let your love shine bright as sunlight. I picture a world full of wonder and peace, one where we're willing to say let's increase understanding, respect, joy, and harmony, with love always flowing between you and me. Yes, love is free to all, regardless of gender, stand tall. We all deserve rights without having to fight. Let your love shine bright as sunlight. Let your love shine bright as sunlight. Let your love shine bright as sunlight.
Thank you, Rini. Thank you. Joyful noise. A little chilly? There's shawls in the back for anyone else who might be feeling chilly. Is it? Oh, okay. So we celebrate, as you know, as we began, something powerful, sacred, and more needed in spiritual conversation is pride. And now today I'm going to be mostly talking about gay pride, queer pride, LGBTQIA+ pride. And also, everything I say about this also applies to our own light and our own way of showing up in the world. So I encourage us to remember that this day isn't just about rainbow flags and marches and affirmations, though those are wonderful. It's not about this t-shirt, but it is about this t-shirt. We are unapologetically inclusive here at Unity of Stewart. We celebrate, however, divine love in all its expressions. We honor the spiritual power of living authentically, no matter how we show up, and the courage it takes to love yourself in a world that doesn't always make it easy, right? So, especially in the LGBTQIA community, they, as Doreen said at the beginning of her song, you know, it's like when gay marriage became legal, it was like, okay, now that's done. Ha ha. Right? Because there will always be, maybe not always, okay, I'm not going to affirm that, but there is now another part of our country that wants to roll back rights. They've already rolled back birthing to make our women the arbiters of our own body. They've already done that. And now they're after the LGBTQIA community. So we are called to be ever more aware of how we can show up in the world to support that particular community as we talk about pride today. Our co-founder of Unity, Myrtle Fillmore, once said, "Love is the power that unites and harmonizes all things. It doesn't separate. There is no separation. There is only wholeness." Somebody said to me, I know you've heard this before, and I know I'm preaching to the choir. Somebody said to me this morning, "I don't understand why anybody else is upset about whatever anybody else does in their love life, or in their relationship, or in their bedrooms, or how how they show up in the world, what they dress like, what they look like. So when in my life, prior to now, I have been uncomfortable with some things I see in the LGBTQIA community. I'm uncomfortable because I have been acculturated to think that it's just a man and a woman that should be in relationship and that should, show affection to each other. I've grown up in a world where women are taught to dress feminine, right? And where men are taught to dress in flannel and camo and all of that stuff, right? That whole masculine and feminine dichotomy. And that's just a construct that we have been fed. That's just a construct. So when I see now a man in a skirt or with maybe false eyelashes on or eyeliner or with a beard and a mustache, right? It's like, okay, whew. That kind of gets in there and like upsets what has been drilled into me by family, but not verbally or orally, but by just everything that we see. So I tell myself, all right, you might be uncomfortable, but so what? So what? I can live with being uncomfortable. I don't want to infringe on anybody else's rights to show up in the world as they are, even though that's not what I have been taught or what they have been taught. People who are gay, lesbian, transgender in this world have so much courage to come out and be who they authentically are. So it takes so much courage. Hold on, I have a quote about that. I am so out of order here. Courtney Corolla, who's a poet and LGBTQ advocate, says this: living in a world that is grossly opposed to who you are, the bravest and most radical thing to do is to be yourself. I'm going to say that again. Living in a world that is grossly opposed to who you are, the bravest and most radical thing to do is to be yourself. And yes, of course, that applies to the LGBTQIA plus community and also applies to everybody who is not, right? Who is not part of that community. So today, I want to talk a little bit about agape love. Is everybody familiar with that term, agape love? If you're not, agape love isn't about romance. It's not about sentimentality. It's about truth. It's about truth that love sees all. Love sees all people and says, yes, you belong. That's agape love. It's about more than just saying, I love you, or I love you because. It's just about loving. It's just about opening up our arms and bringing in every version of humanity that there is. Agape says, you are whole, you are enough, you are loved not in spite of who you are, but because of who you are. So when we celebrate Pride Sunday, we're stepping into that agape consciousness. We're saying that queer love is divine love, that gender diversity reflects spiritual diversity. That orientation, identity, and individual's way of being are not deviations from divine order. They are divine order. So, agape love doesn't fix, it frees, it doesn't convert, it celebrates. It doesn't erase difference, it celebrates the difference. It celebrates all people. So this pride is not the pride that kind of puffs us up. You know, when the LGBTQIA plus community marches, it's not about them saying, we're better than you. It's about saying, we are you. We are you. We are part of this community. Sometimes you don't know who we are in your community, and we are part of you. And the reason we don't know who they are is because they're afraid. They're afraid of what we're going to say, how we will look at them, what we will think of them, how we would judge them, and unfortunately, how they might be hurt. It's a real warning in this country right now. for LGBTQIA people to try to remain safe. So we each, all of us, I believe, we are born with a ministry. There's a ministry in each one of us. What do we bring to the world? How do we each bring the best of ourselves into this world? What is it about the way we show up that blesses the world? That is our ministry. Who we are can bless the world. So, the biggest part is that, to be exactly who we are and to shine our light bright as sunlight in this world. To be fully, unapologetically who we are, no matter how the world tries to edit us so that they can be more comfortable. Has anybody ever tried to edit you in your life? I'll just say one for me. You're too much. You're loud. You're this. You're too assertive. Right? Too sensitive. Mike? Sensitive. Right? People have tried to edit us our whole lives, and maybe we don't even know it sometimes, because sometimes it's so subtle. So imagine a little boy who wants to wear tutus, who wants to wear dresses. This is my grandson. He's 4 years old. His sister is going to be 7 at the end of this month. And his mom, she'll put out all of my granddaughter's dresses, shorts, whatever, hand-me-downs, and he'll say, "Oh, I want that." And she says, "Okay." So they'll go to the store, and she'll hold up a boy thing and a girl thing, and she'll say, "Which one do you want?" Sometimes it's the boy thing. He loves trucks and he loves cars. And sometimes it's the skirt or the tutu. And God bless my son-in-law and my daughter is they say, okay. They let him wear whatever he wants. In May, I spent a couple of weeks with them in Germany. And some days he wore what looked like typical boy clothes, and sometimes he wore typical girl clothes. Okay. Like, what does that hurt? Nothing. Nothing but what our culture has given us. Ooh, that can't be right. You know. So the only thing that what I think is, oh man, I hope people are kind to him. I hope people are kind to him. You know. But there he is, in all his beauty, in his skirt and his tutu sometimes. Because here's the truth. The mystery that we call God doesn't make mistakes. I mean, come on, people. The mystery we call God makes people, makes things. Source creates. It doesn't create mistakes in gender. It doesn't make mistakes in the way people show up in their physicality in the world. What if, would the divine accidentally make someone wrong in their body? No. Would it give someone a heart that loves differently, then punish them for it? No, not ever. So, LGBTQIA. I had a conversation this morning with somebody about all those letters. LGBTQIA. Let me see if I can remember. I looked it up. Lesbian, bisexual, gay, LGBTQI, intersex, LGBT, transgender, asexual. Yeah, plus. So anybody's identity, anybody's gender identity fits all in there. LGBTQIA plus. They're not, our siblings in that community are not problems to be solved. They are spiritual expressions to be honored. Being queer is not a detour from spiritual wholeness. It's one of the many ways spirit shows up in the world. So we each reflect light in a different way. The spectrum of divine love is wide and vast and deep, and it includes every one of us. And so, again, not for nothing, we don't have to be a member or identify as an LGBTQIA plus person to embody spiritual pride. All of us have parts of ourselves that we need to embrace fully. I embrace whatever my persona is, right? Because that's how I show up in the world. You know, some people might say, I carry more masculine energy than feminine energy. Whatever, call it what you want. This is just who I am, showing up in the way that I am. And the same for you, showing up in the way that you are. That's just what it is. We don't have to parse it and try to define it and pick it apart and say all of those things that people, we can just say, oh, this is just me. This is who I am. So, pride invites us to reflect on what we may be hiding, straight or LGBTQ. Look at what we might be hiding or minimizing, either to make other people comfortable or trying to be more comfortable with ourselves. We are called to be brave about all the parts that we are. Because living authentically honors the divine in each one of us. So, I want to invite you into a practice as we affirm a world where divine love is the very foundation of our shared humanity. I invite you to close your eyes for a moment. And I invite you to think of a part of yourself that you've kept hidden. Or maybe you just let it out every now and then. Maybe it's your voice. Maybe it's your gender identity. Maybe it's your softness. Maybe it's your brilliance. Maybe it's your queerness or your sensitivity or your joy or your truth. Let's just reflect on that for a moment. And now I invite you to speak a blessing over that part. You don't need to say it out loud, but let it be real for you. Bless it, name it as holy, tell it, you belong. I love you. You are safe with me. You belong. I love you. You are safe with me. And now think of someone else, someone you love or someone you may have struggled to understand, and give them a blessing as well. You belong. I love you. You are safe with me. You belong. I love you. You are safe with me. Amen. Now, this is how healing begins. When we bless what we once judged, whether it's what we judged in ourselves or what we judged in others. When we reclaim what we once rejected. When we see the divine in ourselves and in each other. And particularly it's so important in a spiritual community or in a church, because what is a church supposed to be? A place where people come together and breathe into spirit and remember who they are. A sanctuary. But for some, it's not that. But for some, it's not that. Many were taught to silence themselves in a place that they came for connection. So, I invite us today to embrace agape love, even more than we already have. If you think you have, do it more. Open your heart more. Open your love more. Let it be wide and deep. And to know that every single being on the planet, every single human being on the planet is welcome here. Everyone's story has value. Pride isn't just a parade or a party. It's a proclamation. We are here. We are holy. We are loved. We are here to shine, each and every one of us, because when we shine together, we shine brighter. I claim this truth for each and every one of us. Namaste, and agape to you. All right. And it is time for our celebration of abundance and our love offering. I think I put this online for you, those who are online who would like to donate to Unity of Stewart to keep these messages going and coming and to raise up the world and every single person's consciousness. And if I haven't, these things are pinned to the top of our page. And thank you for everyone here, for your tithes, everyone listening, for your love offerings, tithes, and gifts, to our consistent givers. It makes so much difference so that we have many consistent givers. I hope you all feel the impact you make when you give of your financial gifts to Unity of Stewart. Let's affirm our prosperity prayer and our love offering blessing together. In a universe overflowing with the allness of God, all of the needs of Unity of Stewart and those we serve are instantly, constantly, and bountifully met. From every direction, known and unknown, expected and unexpected, our abundant good comes to us now. We are grateful. Amen. And together, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give and receive always in love. Let's sing about it. Very early. We all give our gratitude and give thanks for the multitude. That fill our hearts with grace and love. We give thanks, oh, we give thanks. Sing into the mic. Sing into the mic. We give thanks, oh, we give thanks. Amen and amen. Oh, okay, all right. And so we have still have opportunities. We had some members come forward last week, so we have a full welcome team. Nice. So now I will move on to the hospitality team. So we have 4 who are serving regularly in the hospitality team. And it would be really wonderful if we had 4 more, because if we were 4 more, not everybody would have to do it every month, or they would have a team member when they did it. So I invite you to go to your heart and think about what it might be like for you to give some time to serve on our hospitality team. And if that is in your heart this morning, you can see Rose. I'm sure she's in the kitchen. Oh, during the month of June, our offices will be closed on Mondays because of vacations. So our regular office hours for June will be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We're already closed on Fridays from, it's 10 a.m. to 1. It's not 10 a.m. to noon, and I made that slide, so that's on me. It's 10 a.m. to 1 on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for the month of June. All right, happy birthday. All right, so let's see, Kathy Day, Mary Claire's birthday is the 8th, and Donna Wood's birthday is this month. And Dahlia, who is in our kids program. Molly Hamilton, who moved away, it's her birthday this month. She's in Virginia. Jerry, our sound man's birthday. That's my granddaughter, May Denning Rutford, Roberta, Jen Erickson, and John Booth, who's in the room. So if your birthday is in June, please stand, and we will sing to you right now. How about it, John? And Donna. Okay, it's Kay's birthday, too. All right.
Happy birthday
Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you. And many more. All right, let us just sing to the children, even though they are not here. We send the vibration of love out to our kids. And let's close with a prayer for protection and the peace song together. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever I am, God is. I am divine. I love how y'all did it. All y'all who did it when the kids aren't here, I love it. Let's sing.